Hello everyone, if you're watching this video, you're probably a newcomer at the Reaction Guild. The Reaction Guild is part of the Avenger Alliance, and I have a couple of level 20 and mostly level 15 and above guild. If we're gonna cover some information you need to know when starting in a guild, or especially in our guild. So we're gonna cover the influence part, the donation, the mission of the guild, the current objective if you want, all of the shop, and the public event around that can happen in the alliance or the guild. So the first part is the influence. The influence, you receive them by completing heroic events that are popping in the guild. So let's say you have level 1, level 2, and level 3. All of them give you the same amount of influence uh, whenever you're doing tier 1 or tier 2 or tier 3. So what's gonna happen is, let's say you're not capable of soloing one of them. You can actually look in the guild chat right under here, or the alliance, and some of the time we're gonna call, let's say, an influence run, or they're gonna call T3 in the alliance chat. That means they're willing to wait to get a couple of people to make an influence run. So that means to cap out at your 400 influence, you're going to need to do 5 heroics. The Reaction Guild is actually requiring you to collect at least 1200 influence per week. That means you have to do 3 days of full influence run, or a little bit more than 1 run a day. Or you can also do marauders that we're going to talk about in the event part. So after the influence is done, you go to the guild mimic. If you look at it, it's right there on the map. When you spawn at the guild, you're gonna be somewhere around here, and the mimic is right there. The mimic is gonna be next to the guild chest, your personal chest, and the postmaster. So you just need to open the mimic, make sure you're on the right guild. So for us, it's Reaction, and you're gonna donate all of your influence that you collected that day. Some weekend there's going to be event, let's say more double the influence. That means instead of collecting 400 per day, you're going to be able to collect 800. When you're giving to the guild, you need to be careful with what you give. Let's say you're going to give labor. Well, it's perfect, but just make sure you do not give your purple character, because those are worth quite a lot depending on which one. You can give gold if you want. If you're giving gems or enchantment, just make sure you're not giving the one you have equipped right now. Let's say if I go down, you're going to be able to see that I have level 8 or level 7, but those I don't want to give them because they're worth quite a lot, or I'm waiting to do something with them. So just make sure that when you're donating what you really want to donate and not by accident. The same thing with the equipment surplus. If you go, let's say right now I have my Fury Cape of the company, I don't want to give that one, or I don't want to give my ring. So just make sure when you're donating not to put them, because let's say you have that one with, right now it have a rank 12 enchantment in it. If I give it to the guild, I'm going to lose it right away. So be careful with that. And for Astral Diamond, we're going to mostly work with vouchers. Do not give, let's say I have 500,000 right now, to make sure not to give rough Astral Diamond into the guild hall, because those are your most precious currency in the game. When it comes to campaign currency, just make sure that what you're donating, you won't need it in down the line. Or if, let's say, you can collect a lot of them, it's not a problem. But if it's hard to collect, just make sure you're donating what you don't need at the end for your campaign. If your campaign is finished, go ahead and feel free to give everything. So the guild mission actually right now is only the guild goal is to rank up as fast as we can. So we're going to require everyone to at least give, like I said earlier, 1200 influence per week. If you can give more, go ahead. We're always going to be happy. Every time you donate to the guild, you're going to get something called guild mark. With the guild mark, you're going to be able to buy gear, and especially those are actually quite good. And you're going to be able to buy, let's say, if you need rings, armor, PvP stuff, the guild hall is actually quite good. So as you can see, you're going to need quite a lot to buy what you need to if you want to run PvP and you don't have enough glory to buy the top gear on the market. And so you're also going to be able to buy charge enchantment that's going to be able to increase your damage against a certain type of enemy. You're also going to be able to buy food. If, let's say, we do not, like, let's say right now I cannot buy that kind of food that requires a market rank 10. You can always go look, let's say, at Avenger, Gemini of Doom. They're gonna have those market to rank 10. You're gonna be able to buy those food at for the best food on the market. You're gonna be able to buy it there. Same thing goes for if you want to do master crafting later down the line. You can start and buy the stuff you need. Okay, so now we're going to talk about the missions. So in the guild, you can have a couple of missions. If you look around, you're going to be able to find missions. Those missions are going to be great if you're leveling up, and they're going to be great also for helping the guild between giving shard and other stuff like that. So if, let's say, if I look at my map right now, I have a mission to kill spiders or to kill drakes. I just have to go there, do the mission, it's over, I receive shard or vouchers. There's also event called Dragonfly. Dragonfly, they're going to be mostly called in the Alliance chat, and in the Alliance chat, they're going to say DF at a guild. So if I'm looking at my map right now, there's going to be 4 places where the dragons spawn. There's going to be the red dragon over here, the blue dragon over here, the black dragon right here, and the green dragon right here. Those are the 4 dragon locations. So let's say you're a close quarter combat type of character, you're going to go to the red dragon right here. Once the red dragon is at around 5% health, you're going to need to move to the blue dragon that's right over there. And if you're a long range type, you go to the black dragon that's right here. And when the black dragon is around 5%, you move to the green dragon. When you're at the green dragon, just make sure you have a healer next to you, or your lifesteal is quite high because he's dealing damage over time with poison. And if you're at the blue dragon, just make sure, and it's normal if you die, if the tank loses the aggro to another person, the dragon just go in a berserk mode and do an AoE that kills everyone. At the end of Dragonfly, you're going to receive things called a lock box of the stronghold, something like that. Those are not worth opening, but let's say if you get let's say an influence voucher box or a gem voucher box, those you're gonna need to keep them because they're worth quite a lot in the guild. For the guild, they're gonna be able to give you 5 voucher of gem, influence, weapon surplus. So they're going to be really useful, and you're going to be able to open them with some kind of key, and those keys are right here. It's the key of the seal cache. And the final event that can come into the guild hall are called marauders. Those are going to be called again in the Alliance chat or the guild chat, and they are made for getting 600 influence straight off the bat during the week. you can receive one time those 600 influence. So let's say you only have 2 days to play and you won't be able to get your 1200 influence. Well, you just go ahead, do one Marauders, your full run of influence, then you go back at the other day and do your influence, then you've collected more than your 1200. If you have two characters, you can do two Marauders on each characters, then you've collected your 1200 that you needed. Any extra influence is always appreciated, and any other thing you can give to the guild is always also appreciated. So that sums up the requirement for the guild and a little bit of introduction. If you have any more questions, don't hesitate to ask in the guild chat or the alliance chat. Everyone is super friendly and they're going to be pleased to answer your question. Have a great day.